Are you looking for the best action cameras for hunting? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best action camera on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. TACTACAM 5.0 Hunting Action Camera. If you call yourself a true hunter and love to catch yourself in action, then I bet you can't help but have something like the 5.0 hunting action camera from Tacticam in your arsenal. When you're roaming in the wild with this 4K resolution recording tech, there's no chance of you missing even a single moment of hunting. And the distance? Well, you've got no chance to complain about that. With its 75 to 100 yards range, it can capture anything moving around. One of the best things about this camera is, it's connectable with the Tactacam app. So, if you ever feel like seeing or sharing the captured video from your phone, nothing is going to stay on your way for sure. And what to say about the zoom part? Just as it was advertised. It has 3 zoom options: 1x, 8x, and slow motion zoom. So, you're not going to miss anything between 20 to 100 yards for sure. But the sad part is you can't adjust between 1x and 8x. But what will be the meaning of all these if it can't even get a stable image? Well, the image stabilization software has pulled that off perfectly by keeping the sensor secured without losing the balance. On top of that, Tactacam autofocus technology keeps the focus intact even if the camera is going through a 50 caliber shock. Plus, the 4K recording doesn't let the footage be anything but crystal clear. At number 2. LiDCAM LCWF Digital Camouflage Action Camera. The next action catcher on our list is the LCWF Digital Camouflage Action Camera from LiDCAM. This camera gives too many reasons to adore it. If there's anything you might find interesting in the first place, then it's going to be the design. It's designed in a way where you can easily tag it to your hunting hat, and the camera will move wherever you do. Besides, the mossy oak camouflage print has made it more blendable in the woods. The camera comes with an image stabilizer to push the image quality higher, which at the same time ensures total quality. But what is more impressive about this one is, it comes with a wide-angle lens that'll make the recorded footage more elaborately than ever. And in case you're up for just images, then the 12MP photo mode got your back. One of the most convenient parts here is you can keep it under your control all the time with the help of your smartphone, whether it's about previewing shots, taking videos, or recording videos. One more thing. To keep your video perfect, the makers have also added wind noise reduction technology. So, whenever you turn the recording on, each video will be filled with high-quality audio. At number 3. Tacticam Solo Hunting Action Camera. There's nothing new to say about this brand, but if you're asking about the solo Wi-Fi hunting action camera of Tactacam, then we probably might fall short in words. The first thing that matters the most while picking up a hunting camera is the image quality. Thankfully, this one got the backup of 1080p 30 frames per second HD resolution. But the light sensor it comes with is what made the overall experience better. On top of that, the 3x zoom lens will make you see objects so close that even if you're 100 yards away, you'll feel like it's not more than 20 yards. But to be honest, I expected a bit more from such a high-quality camera. In fact, operating it is so easy that pushing just one button is enough to get it started. You can even start it with your phone once you get the camera connected to it through the Tactacam app. Besides, you've got total freedom over sharing your photos and videos. And guess what? You can attach this camera to anything like your gun, scope, bow, or crossbow. But what will get you impressed equally is the battery backup. After all, it's got enough juice to run for 2.5 long hours. Well, you're probably getting a bit confused about the fitting to your guns. But to eliminate the hassle on the fitting part, the makers have added both custom gun mount and underscope rail mount. So, you can have it the way you want without compromising on the fitting. At number 4. Ion Realtree Xtra CamoCAM. If you've promised yourself not to miss out on any hunting action from now on, then feel free to rely on the Realtree Xtra CamoCAM from Ion Camera. To ensure that you're getting the finest footage, the makers have made this camera capture full 1080p HD videos. And the frame rate? If 30 frames per second doesn't sound like a big number to you, then I don't know what does. But how would it perform on the still images? Well, I wouldn't worry about that, as the 14MP camera keeps them crystal clear every single time. It also comes with a humongous battery backup of 2.5 hours. So, long hunting sessions are not going to turn into your headaches anymore. And guess what will happen if you drop it in the water? Nothing. That's because this robust piece is so waterproof that even a 10 meters dive can't slip water in it. One more thing has made this camera among the out-of-the-box ones, and that's cloud storage. As this Ion creation is Wi-Fi enabled, it's easy for you to have access to cloud storage up to a space of 10 gigabytes, which I think will be enough for storing up your impressive hunting videos. As it's lightweight, no matter where you're putting it, it won't feel like you're carrying any additional weight, and it's so easy to use that turning on one switch is enough. Like any of the finest action cameras for hunting, this one too is compatible with mobile through a mobile app, which is free, by the way. At number 5. RunCam Scope Cam 2. I don't know about you, but if someone asks us about the perfect example of sturdiness in action cameras for hunting, it's going to be impossible for us to ignore a name like Scope Cam 2 from RunCam. Let us tell you why. The first thing you'll notice in it is the construction. Its aluminum housing has made the whole thing so robust that it's going to be too tough to put a scratch on it. But what matters the most at the end of the day is the video and image quality, right? Well, this bad boy got that part covered, too, with its upgraded lens. So, if you're dreaming about having hunting videos with 1080p resolution, then that dream is about to get fulfilled. There's a C-button rotary screw that has made the installation part easier than ever. But do you know what the makers have made more convenient? The instant recording. All you need to do is just hit the one button to put it in action. By the way, this one is IP64 rated. If you're worried about taking it out in the rain, there's no reason to hold yourself back. And this is the exact reason why you won't have any problem hunting with it in any season or weather. But what if it dies in the middle of the shooting? Well, the big 1400 mAh battery it comes with isn't really in the mood to let that happen with its 4 hours recording time. So, feel free to forget about carrying a power bank from now on. At number 6. GoPro Hero 5 Session. Maybe you're already wondering why I haven't put some traditional action cameras on our list. Is none of them good enough for hunting? Well, there is one, and it's the Hero 5 Session from GoPro. Don't go on its tiny size, as even with this compact body, it can record 4K video as if it's nothing. And photos? You're going to be surprised to see the quality of its 10MP images in the first place. Don't worry about the modes, as it's got burst, time-lapse, and single modes under its hood. You won't have to keep room for too much space for mounting it, as it can slip itself on narrow grounds without compromising the view. But what I found more interesting is how it runs on the voice commands without letting your hands get occupied. If you've used action cameras before, then you already know how much video stabilization matters in the game. Thankfully, this one didn't disappoint us with its advanced video stabilization. So, even if you're on the move, the videos are not going to get blurry for sure. And you know that the trends of pushing too many buttons are long gone. That's why Team GoPro thought of nothing but giving this one the one-button control as well. I don't know how often you come in contact with water while hunting, but even if you're going 33 feet under the water, this camera can still come out alive, and that's without any housing. Sounding impressive already?